Hey guys, so I just want to make a quick little video on these little air meter tachometers I bought. I got two of them. You can get these off eBay or Amazon. They're like $9 a piece or something like that. At least they are right now. And they do two things. First of all, you see it gives you an air readout. They say you can't change the batteries in it, but I think you can pop that cover off and get to it. I don't see why you couldn't if you wanted to change the battery, because it stays on all the time. And it does two things. The main reason I bought these is for the tachometer on it, so I can adjust the RPMs on the small engines more accurately, especially on generators and stuff like that. And all you do is you take the wire here and you wrap it about like 3 or 4 times around the spark plug wire, and you can tape it on, put a zip tie on, whatever you want to do if you're going to be, mounting this. But since I'm just going to be doing this temporarily, I'm just going to wrap it around it for right now. And I had an idea, make things faster and easier later on, get a end for like a timing light, the inductive end that just clamps on the spark plug wire, and see if that'll work on this. If it did, that'd be perfect for what I'm going to use it for. But anyway, you got 3 different modes, actually 4, on how to set this thing. And see, small engines, even the single cylinder engine, every time the crankshaft rotates, it fires. So there's a wasted spark on the second stroke, on the exhaust stroke. So that fires like a 2-cycle engine, really. So mode 1, the spark plug fires twice per revolution. So we don't have that. Then mode 2 is once per revolution. That's what I got set on. That's what works for small engines with the magnets on the flywheel and the coil that fires every time the crankshaft turns. This is for a V-twin, single cylinder, or whatever. In a V-twin, you just hook this on one of the plug wires. Mode 3 is every other revolution, which is a standard 4-cycle plug firing, like on a vehicle engine. So if you're going to use this on a car to set the RPMs, you want to use it on mode 3. Mode 4 just sets it so it shows the hours, because right now, as soon as you start the engine, the RPMs will come up on here. This should be real handy, especially for setting generators and stuff. And sometimes you run into a problem, especially on a V-twin or something, you're trying to set the idle speed, and sometimes it might just sound too low and you're afraid it might cause oil circulation problems. Well, with this, you can set it to the exact number of what it's supposed to be, so that's a good thing with that. So let's just get right to it and check it out. I'm going to use my orange Montgomery Ward generator as an example, because it's tuned in pretty good. Now, ideally, on a generator, it should read 3,600 RPM, and I got mine set just a little bit above that. That way, if you get it on a heavier load, it'll still be within range and won't be running too slow. But I usually set a generator with a frequency meter on my voltmeter, but this will work just as well, because 60 hertz or 60 cycles would be the same as 3,600 RPM on a generator. And there's other ones too. Just make sure it says tachometer on it, because some of them are just an air meter. Alright, so you see how I did? I just wrapped it around the spark plug wire there, ran it. Make sure you keep the wire away from the exhaust, because it will melt into it. And it's not a really thick wire, so it probably wouldn't take much to damage it. I'm going to put you on the tripod watching this while I start it up. I'm going to try to start it idling. It should idle close to 1800. Then when I let off the throttle, it should be close to 3600. But I checked it yesterday, and I think it's like a 3650 or 3700. It's real close, but like I said, I did that to overcompensate for a heavier load. Cold nature. Well guys, sorry about the vibration there, but as you can see it's actually idling a little too low. It's idling about 1400 RPM, so I need to adjust that idle. Of course it's a generator, so it's not going to be usually idling, so I may not worry about it too much on this. I just try to idle it when I first start it, and when I shut it down the way it's not trying to race. It's very handy. I think it'll be all I need for what I do, so I highly recommend checking them out. I don't know how long they'll hold up, how long the battery lasts or anything. I think it's supposed to last 2 or 3 years, something like that. Like I said, you should be able to pop that cover off the back and replace it if you need to. So, well guys, thanks for watching. I just thought I'd share it with you. But yeah, if you got any questions or comments about small engine tacks, let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.